Okay, so we'll just start with stretching with the Jo. You can have the hands at either side of the Jo. You're going to bring 1 foot forward, and you're going to stretch up, breathing in here. Bring the Jo all the way to the back, and look up to the sky as you do it. And then as you return, bring the leg back, and bring the Jo back. And you're going to breathe out at the same time. And then alternate the legs. So bring 1 foot forward, breathe in, bring the Jo over the head, and look up to the sky. Real slow. And then as
Michael, is the knee bent or straight?
Which knee? The front one?
The front one.
Yeah, the front one's bent slightly.
Okay.
Wait, 1 second. Just the camera.
Okay.
Yeah, so bring 1 foot forward. Yeah, and slightly bend into it. The back foot, in this case, you're going to be in the toes, and you're going to press out from the toes. So press up through the toes and stretch the body. Yeah, and then breathing out. And just alternate. Really press up, look up the sky. And breathing out. And allow, in this case, allow the breath to lead the movement. So the breath in leads the movement. Just keep alternating. Good. Just continue. Your own time. Good. So for the next one, take the Jo to the back of the body. Yeah, the grip now is shorter, so just wider than shoulder width. And in this case, you're going to look down to the ground. So as you bend, you're going to bring the Jo up, bring the arms right up to the top, and look at the ground. In this case, breathing in here, and then breathing out as you come up. Okay, so breathe in as you go down. Look at the ground. And then as you come up, breathe out. Just do 10. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Just in your own time. Good. Good. And then just come to the finish, the next one. Don't rush. Good. Good. So the next one, you place the Jo on the neck, just at the back of the neck. The arms, just allow them to kind of drape over the top, so very light, no weight in them. And in this one, you're gonna rotate. You're gonna twist the body this way, and you're gonna allow a slight spiral. So the front hand is gonna go up this way. What you're looking for in this case is a slight arc through the body this way. Yeah, so really stretching this side of the body. So this is for the side of the body. You're going to twist up.
Are we lifting up the back foot?
Yeah, in this case, just watch the foot. You're going to roll up the foot and again press out from the toes. So press out as you go. And go to the other side. And breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out. In. Breathing out. In. And out. Good. Just a few more. Nice and slow. Good. That's it. Good. Okay, the next one. You're in the same position. So the Joe's over the back. Drape the arms over. Now, in this case, the opposite hand, he's going to go down to the opposite foot. So my right hand, I bend down and I go to reach my opposite foot. In this case, allow the head to twist with the spine. Reach, little, and go towards the ground. And then come back up. So in this case, you're going to breathe in as you go down. Reach for the opposite foot. And then breathe out as you come up. Yeah, so breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing in. In. Out. In. Out. Good. Keep going in your own time. That's it. Good. Good. Okay, the next one. This time you do a full circle. So again, in the same position, the head back to the back of the neck, the arms draped over. Now you're going to do circles. So you're going to circle the body down, yeah, and then come back up. Yeah. So this is circling this way. Yeah. In this case, you're going to breathe out as you go down. So as you find the feet, breathe out. And in this case, as you come up, breathe in. And then reverse the direction. Yes. And then the same movement. This time you can have the hands at the end of the jaw. You're going to allow the body to swing, and you're going to take the jaw all the way around the back. It goes like this now. This is really for opening the shoulders up. So breathing out as you go. Breathing in. Big, big circles. Really mobilize the shoulder joint and the hip joint. Real clear, big movements. Allow the breath to lead the movement. That's, yeah, great, good. And then reverse the movement. Good. And then just come to a stop. Good. This one for the knees, you're going to breathe in at this point. You're going to come up onto the toes. I'll show you the full body later. You're going to come down and you're going to bring the jaw parallel with the ground this way. And the body. Very low squat. So you can see. Breathe in here, reach up into the toes. Yeah, and then sink down. You're going to go as low as you can. Ideally, the heels are going to touch the backside. Yeah, and then stretching up, breathing in. Stay on the toes for this one. And then come back down. Breathing out. Breathing in. Stretch up. Sink down. Super calm. Sink your weight into the back of the heels. Just do about 10. Okay. That's it. Trying this one, just watch my knees. Again, these they'll follow the same kind of structure. In this one, the feet are close together. My knees don't come out, so don't bring the knees out, but just use the same line, hip, knee, toes, hip, knee, toes. It's always the same kind of alignment. Go down. In this case, because the feet are close together, my knees stay in alignment with the toes. And then come back up. Yeah, but don't splay the knee. Don't bring the knees out. Just sink them down. This position. And then come back up. Yeah. Good. That's a good. Keep going. Good. Okay, good. So one more just for the legs. In this case, you're going to be in a very deep hanmi. So you're going to take 1 foot forward, really in a wide hanmi. In this case, you're going to really bend into it. This is not the hanmi we usually use a kind of normal walking stance. Just do a stretch, really wide, and sink the weight down. In this case, the jaw. You're going to breathe in and you're going to stretch again to the back. Very similar to the first exercise. To the scuff, and then bring the jaw back. You're going to really stretch into the body, and you're going to focus here is the back leg and arcing up through the body here. So breathing in here, really stretch low, and then breathing back out. Breathing in, really stretch into the back leg. Back. Yeah, just in your own time. As wide as you can go. Mm-hmm. That's it. Good. And then just change sides. So 1 foot forward, very wide, deep hand. Stretching it right into the back leg. Good. That's it. Good. Okay. So we just go to train just very briefly with some turning movements. So just one hand, very relaxed, just slow from the hip. One hand. So working from the ground, hip into the hand. Work on the just one hand. That's it. Changing side. The other hand. That's it. Okay. So again, we'll work on some kokyu movements at the end, like we did the other day. In this case, don't jam the shoulder and the elbow. So don't jam the. This is really jammed up, and this is in case it's just the wrist that's moving. Now it's never just one part that moves. It's never just the wrist that moves. But try and see if you can unlock the joints. So now go to 2, changing hands, but really feel it, the joints actually free. In any position, if I'm locking the joint, this is bad. I don't ever really want to lock my joints in. This is not good. So in this case, allow the joint. Just this point. Could you hear me before? No, maybe not.
That keeps glitching.
In this case, don't lock the joint. Don't lock any part of the system. Keep everything free. So the joints need to function flexibly, and they need to be open. So really, in this case, don't lock any part of the joint. If I'm locking a joint, it means all the stress is going to go to one part of the system, and all the movement is going to come from one part. But I actually want the whole body to do the movement. So in this case, really allow the joint system to be flexible.
Todo el movimiento es uno, sin bloqueo de ninguna articulación.
It's really a flexible connection and not a tight, restricted connection. So look for freedom in the joint system. Good. So with the same feeling, you're going to now come into the kamae and then find the thrust. Keep it very calm. So from here, find the kamae, press out from the back foot, and adjust the back foot. So really broken down. You're going to roll in the kamae, sink the weight, and thrust through. Super calm. Kamae, and then thrust through. Really keep the back full, especially the back leg. You want to really press weight into the back leg. Feel really full. Expand all directions, especially the back direction. Back and down. Then kamae, thrust through.
Presionar en la pierna trasera.
Good. Keep going. You're on time. Good. Okay, good. Now go back to the Suburi at a basic level, which is just to do one movement. So just come in and thrust. Yeah. Keep it connected, working from the ground, just one move. And thrusting through. Super calm. Look for stability and connection. The whole body moving together. Yeah, keep going.
Más.
Yes, más.
Oh. Okay, good. Good. So we got to number 2. The only difference now, use the same structure, the same organization. The hand goes to the top now. So this time the hand goes step down. Just rolling this way. This time the grip reversed in the front hand. So here and this way. Yeah. Go straight into the Suburi basic. So the back foot, backhand, press together. Yeah, this way. Okay, give it a try. So the second Suburi. Hand down. Aiki, number 2. Oh. Okay, and in this case, in all the Suburi as well, it seems like a small thing, but focus on the movements between the Suburi. So focus on the movements you make here. It's really important here. And also focus on the part when you come back into posture. So really connect everything together. The worst thing you can do in connection training is to do good connection work here, and then abandon it here and forget about it. So always work on connection, work on the ground. So really connect here also. These movements are super important. No movement should be empty, ever. So fill every movement. So really connect it. This. Which doesn't mean it doesn't mean I'm loose. I'm never really loose in my movement. So, and also doesn't mean I'm tense, but I just be appropriate to it and be full. Really fill the movement. Thrust in and really keep it full, but don't empty. So really train on an intention level. Yeah, really train kind of concentrated. You'll get much more from the training this way than kind of emptying, filling. Just stay full, boom, all the time.
No mantener ningún movimiento vacío hasta la situación de reposo con intención.
Exactly. Good. That's it. Okay, good. We'll go to number 3. So from here, you're going to bring again the thumb up this time, like this. At the same time, I'm going to adjust the hip. I'm going to adjust the hip this way. In this case, use the forearm. Find the forearm this way. And then just press the weight back, press to the rear. So super calm. Do this in 2 movements. Adjust the back foot here. Use the forearm. And then from here, press weight back and thrust to the rear. Very calm. This way. Go 1. Really sit into the posture here. The weight pressing into the back heel, and then press through. So from here, 2 moves. 1. Yeah, give it a try. Number 3, Ushido Ski. Ushido Ski to the rear. Try this in 2 moves. Good. So although we break movements down, what you don't want to do is separate the body. So whenever you break any movement down, which you can break all the Suburi down into the parts. But what you don't want to do is break your body down into parts. So when you break a movement down, which in this case is breaking this into 2 moves, in reality it's just 1 move. But what I don't want to do is break my body up. So I don't want to go hand, foot, arm. I want to do the whole part in one movement with the whole body. So it goes 1 with the whole body, and then 2 with the whole body. Yeah. So whenever you break movements down, don't separate the body. Don't separate the body into parts. Just break the whole movement down into parts. Yeah. This is true of anything you'll do. But really go like 1. Yeah, I'm really focused. The whole body does the movement when you break things down. Yeah. Give it a try. It's never just the arm. That's. And in this case, just a detail on the grip, the hand is facing this way. So the hand is this way. The thumb is up. Okay, it's this way. you're going to come to this way, yeah? And then you're going to thrust to the rear this way. So this way. In this case, what's interesting about this grip, most of the movements we make in the ski with the focus is in the back of the hand. So in this part, these fingers. In this case, my focus is in the front fingers. Okay, so it's a different kind of grip, this and this. So you're working in, it's still the same principle, the back of the movement, which in this case is the front two fingers this way, and this one's the same. So in this case, the grip here. So you're training different movements, you're also training different grips. The first two movements are this, the second one is this, and the third one is this. So you're training these two different grips, or three different grips. Yeah, this way. So just focus on this. This.
Okay.
Yeah, give it a try.
Okay.
Those of you that know the movement well, focus on the grip. Yeah, that's it. Good. Very nice. Good. 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 Okay, so you can stick to the level of doing it 1, 2. In which case you adjust the foot, find the forearm, and then press back. Yeah. Usually spend a lot of time at this level. This is really good. But in this case, you can choose to do this in one movement. So you move, press back. Yeah? It doesn't have to be fast, but just make it one now. So move. Yeah? The detail in this is that I don't really touch the forearm. So in a basic way, I find the forearm, and then I push it back. In this case, there's no real time to do that. So I just go back, straight in. So I use the forearm as a guide, but I don't touch it. So I don't touch it this way. Just press it back this way. Yeah, so the connection's there, but it's still free. It's just this way. Yeah, give it a try. So you can choose basic 1, 2. You can do now in one movement. And keep the kind of precision from the basic 1, 2. Try not to go sloppy. Keep it precise. That's it. Great, Ski. Very good. Very nice. Great. Oh. Good. And then also the footwork's going to change a little bit, and not change, but it just basically is condensed. So in this case, you want to make one movement again. You're in this position. My weight's just going to roll into the back hip and then press through. So again, it's not 1, 2 static. 1, 2. It's not like this. It's like this. So it's much more fluid. So my weight just rolls. My back hip needs to open. So my back hip needs to really hinge here. And that frees the knee and the foot to be able to adjust. So this adjusts, and then I press the weight through. Yeah, this is really a compression through the body. So not a press away from the ground. It's a pressing into the ground this way. Yeah, we do this footwork all the time with Kino Nagari Ikkyo. You roll back this way. So when you do this kind of movement. Yeah, so really focus on the compression in the compression pattern in the feet, which is very condensed. The hip needs to be loose. So open the hip joint. The power comes from that, not from the arms. Oh. Good. Okay, good. So there's actually one more way of skiing that we don't do in the Suburi set. It's kind of skipped out, or it's kind of not missing, but it's actually the same ski as the one we've just done to the rear. Uses the same principle. I take from the top, but I thrust to the front this way. We use this movement all the time, but we don't train it in the Suburi. So the backhand comes into the top, and then I just thrust forward this way. Okay, so it's actually another way of skiing that we don't practice. So you've got from the bottom this way. You got from the top thumb down this way, and then you've got from the top thumb up this way. Yeah, so just practice this one. It's a really good movement. It's this. Just pressing from the back foot. This way. Yeah, give it a try. It's actually a secret. Not secret, but it's missing in the Suburi set. Okay, good. Okay, good. So it's also good to, if you practice a kind of novel Suburi, a new Suburi, you will start to disconnect because it's a movement you're not used to. What you need to do is use the connection work you're used to doing. What's happening is you do like this, and then you can thrust through. Most of you are doing like this. Try and make this one move. So again, press through. Yeah. So the hips, press through this way. So really make this one super slow. Go this way. So everything moves together. Yeah. Use the same connection work you do all the time. It's just a slightly different way of doing it. That's it. Yeah, good.
Nice.
Good.
My phone keeps overheating in the sun. Sorry. I'll be alright if I can keep it cool.
That's it, Adrian. Good. You got it. Good. Yeah, very nice. Good. Hey. And the Jo with a straight wrist, light bend. This one. Yeah. So there's a question from Aaron is whether I'm holding the Jo with a straight wrist or slight bend. You're gonna use this. Think of it as like kokyu work. So it's not that it's not jammed like this, and that I do. If I straighten the wrist or I fix it, then I'm gonna use the elbow and the shoulder to do it. This way. This is separation. So what I want is a flexibility in the joint. This way. So it's gonna do this kind of work. This kind of work. So it's actually very flexible. It's very loose. This way. At the point of the impact, it's fixed. So the point of the impact is quite fixed because of the grip. This way. But during the movement, it's actually free. This. Yeah. Answer. Good. So again, keep all the joint system free. Be free and flexible. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the same as Ushiro. Yeah, good. Yeah, exactly the same. It's just, in this case, it's just the direction, whether you go to the rear or to the front. So it's actually the same principle, which is why it's not in the Suburi set, because it's the same. Good. So you can just try it just after that. in terms of direction, and this is actually the same movement. Just try this as a set. You're going to go to the front here, and then you're going to rotate this way. Change the foot, and you're going to go to the rear this way. Yeah, let's do it this way. You're going to thrust, change, twist to the back. Yeah, so you go to the front, one, change the foot, go to the back. Yeah, you can do this really basic. 1, 2, 1, 2. This. You can do it in a kind of 1, 2 in terms of this. Straight back. Yeah, just give it a try. So you go one thrust to the front, one thrust to the rear. Make the adjustment in the hips, in the body. Good. That's it, Catherine. Good. You got it. You've got it. Oh. That's it. That's it. Good. Oh. Oh. Good. Any problems? No problems. No? Good. Okay, we'll go to a different set. This time you're going to start with a ski. 1 second, just adjust. You're going to now go like this. This is like the ski gerengaishi, but you're gonna introduce this thrusting high Jodan ski. Thrust back, roll back as if you were going to do gerengaishi. Now from here, roll into the hip and thrust through from the back. And then here, you can do this one side or both. So in this case, thrust, roll back, thrust in, roll back, roll the jo through with the hip this way, and then thrust in this side. Yeah. So this is a chudan ski, going to a gedan kamai, and then from here's a jodan this way. Yeah. Hopefully you can see. You thrust, roll back, roll the jo through with the hip, thrust through, and you can roll back. Yeah. Give it a try. Just one side. You do chudan, gedan kamai, and then a jodan ski to the front. That's it, Caroline. Good. Got it. Good, good, good. Okay. Oh. So in the case of the, what's happening a little bit, in the case of the third movement, the Jodan, what's happening is you can fall. Now what's happening here is that most people, you're kind of coming forward with the movement. Don't think about coming forward. Think about rotating down to the ground this way, and the movement comes from here. So the movement's actually a rotation into the ground here, and then a press. So it's actually a pressing into the ground and not a stepping forward. It's not really a step forward. It's thrust, back, coil into the ground this way. Yes, I'm actually not really going anywhere. I'm just pressing, feeling down, and then moving forward. Yeah, give it a try. So a bit more condensed. Go to the hip, open the hip. Yeah, that's it. Good, good, good. Yeah, yeah. So this, yeah, this hand's loose on the jo. As it comes up, it pulls through. not all the way to the end, just flexible here. Again, think about koku, like a flexible movement here, this kind of way. It coils through and then presses. Yeah, just like that. Same principle. Good. Good. And then just to connect the two sides together, if you've not done already, you're going to do this left and right side. So go left side, back, through. Now from here, release the top hand, slide back into kamae. Thrust, roll back, thrust through, roll back. So each time now just connect it. 1, 2, roll back. 1, 2, roll back each time. Yes, you're going to roll back into kamae.
Michael, can you show your feet as well?
Yeah, sure. So from here, 1, yeah, you're going to coil the hips. Here, and then press from the front foot, roll back. Thrust, coil, there. Yeah? Got it?
Thank you.
Good. 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 Okay, good. And then the last thing we'll do, just start from a position, jokamai, and just work with any kind of ski movement you like. You're gonna kind of link a series together, so nice and calm. Thrust in, thrust in, thrust. So just working with thrusting movements, really slow, nice and calm. Just go from one movement to another. Here. Explore different positions to start from. Here. So you've got ski kamae. You can go back to the ground. Yeah, just nice and calm. One movement. This. 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 Yeah, super slow, just in your own time. Just explore different possibilities. There's a lot of possibilities, so super slow. Good. Oh. Okay, the last exercise is kind of the same, but with a little bit more intention on direction. You should kind of free your movement up a little bit. You're gonna basically make a movement here to the front, and then choose a new direction, which can either be the back, the side, or off at a diagonal angle. But really, first choose a direction, and then think what the most appropriate ski is for that movement. So I want to go here, and the most appropriate one for me is to come here, this way. Yeah, and then choose a new direction. I go to my back, to the spine. Now the most appropriate is to change, thrust. Yeah, and then I go a new direction. Change, thrust. Yeah, so think direction, and then choose the most appropriate ski. Thrust to the back, to the side. Yeah, and just go to the most appropriate one, the one that makes most sense to you. Yeah, try. That's it. Oh. Okay, and the last thing, last minute, 30 seconds a minute. Just link the movements together now. So don't stop in the movement. You can do each movement to thrust. You can also come into a kamae. So, but try and link the movements together now. So thrusting, yeah, wherever you like. But try and now release the movements a bit more. So let the movements flow from the bodywork, which is really from the feet.
Am I allowed to do it slower?
Sure. On speed. This is also not about, it's also not about speed, it's about fluidity. So
I know.
it's actually about smoothness. I'm doing it too fast, I'm sorry.
No,
But think about in this case,
Watching it.
the key is the connection. I'm kind of solar powered this morning, so. Yeah, good. Really mixing different kinds of movement, different kinds of transition. Good, Dila. Yeah, good. Keep going. Great. Yeah, very nice. Super. Great. Very nice. Oh, wow. Yeah, great. Very nice. Super. Super duper. Oh. Hey. Good. And then just to come to a stop in your own time. Good. Good. So we'll take a bow out. Up with the jaw. Hi. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. Right. Thank you very much. Sorry for the technical difficulties this morning. Hopefully not too
Thank you.
disturbing. If you got any questions, anything about that, or anything in general, let me know. If you need to
Thank you.
skip out.
Well, a little bit about space. Now, at this moment, for
Sure.
example, I have enough space in the living room.
Yeah.
But when I am at the sleeping room, it would be impossible to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, you're slightly restricted by the space. Yeah. Yeah. You can also, also think of I think of all the weapons work we do, all the stuff we do. It's actually the thing that's common is that it's body work. So I think although we're using the Jo as a tool and we're using the thrust as the kind of the vehicle to train the body, you can train exactly the same principles just without or with a shorter stick. So think of you can use a shorter stick. We were going to go today is like using the body with a thrusting. We didn't get time today, but we'll do maybe next week is going to kind of thrusting, which is going to strike. So we'll go there maybe next time. But think about the same kind of thing. You can use the same principles, body work, which you can do with Oku work. Here, choose another direction, move. Choose another direction, move. Choose another direction, move. Yeah, or you can use with thrust with strikes. You can do the same work with strikes. And just open the movements out. Yeah, which you can use elbows, fists, slaps, anything you want. So you can, just explore them kind of without the Jo.
Okay.
Or with a smaller Jo. You can also do. Yeah. But yeah, the common work is that it's body work. Yeah.